Top 10 times fast food chains scammed thousands of their customers. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll show you some of the most memorable instances when various fast food restaurants deceive their patrons. Stay tuned to the very end to learn about the worst restaurant meal in America. Starting off at number 10, we have Burger King's croissant-wich price hike. In 2017, Colita Anderson filed a lawsuit against the burger chain. She said the Burger King had been defrauding customers who used coupons. Burger King used to give out buy one, get one deal for its alleged croissant-wich to customers. Anderson claims, however, that she had only paid $2.16 for the exact same sandwich without the coupon, and $3.19 when she used one of these coupons. She apparently performed this prank at many Burger King restaurants with the help of her attorneys and detectives, all with the same outcomes. Anderson thus sued Burger King for charging exorbitant charges. Unsurprisingly, Burger King refuted these allegations, yet the action was still settled by the distribution of $2 and $5 gift cards. Moving on to number 9, we have Chipotle's questionable calorie interpretation. With fresh ingredients and a few low-calorie alternatives, Chipotle projects the idea of being a healthier alternative to its rivals. The restaurant business did, however, come under fire from some Los Angeles customers who believed their meals to be considerably larger than the claimed 300 calories per burrito. On the menu, a chorizo burrito was listed as having only 300 calories. But using Chipotle's own calorie counter, the burrito ingredients added up to a whopping 930 calories. The chorizo alone showed out to be 300 calories. Although it may have been clear to many that the full burrito included many more calories than just 300, the lawsuit's claimant said that the advertisement was grossly deceptive. Restaurants must provide clients with comprehensive nutritional information in California according to the law. No wonder so many Americans are overweight. Next up at number 8 is Subway's great footlong debate. A customer from an Australian Subway shared a picture of his footlong sub next to a tape measure in 2013. The image unequivocally demonstrates that the allegedly foot-long sub was actually about 11 inches long. On the internet, people did not agree with this. A lawsuit was consequently brought against Subway by a group. The way bread bakes is what led to the creation of the 11-inch long Subway. Even if the sub wasn't exactly 1 foot long, the customers would still receive the same quantity of dough as in a foot-long loaf, according to Subway's defense. Customers were unhappy that the sub wasn't exactly 1 foot long as claimed, so the case was resolved for $525,000. There is yet more to the story. The dispute continued because one obstinate client wouldn't give in. The matter didn't come to a close until August 2017. The customer's attorneys were criticized by the court for attempting to profit from the dispute in whatever way they could. Anticlimactic, we know. You were therefore guaranteed to get your money's worth of bread, even though you might not get a foot-long sub. Now off to number 7, McDonald's cheese-free cheese sticks. Yes, you heard that right. Although McDonald's cheese sticks had a lot of issues, the main one was that customers complained that the cheese was missing from their cheese sticks. McDonald's was obligated to publicly admit that the cheese seemed to have melted out while frying as a result of individuals complaining online that their cheese stick spreading was nothing more than an empty shell. But if you know anything about cheese, you know that it doesn't just vanish when it's cooked. One Californian customer claimed McDonald's was not using genuine mozzarella and 100% cheese as stated, but rather cheese product produced with fillers. This case was filed against a well-known fast food restaurant. The sticks were shortly gone off the menu, despite McDonald's assurances that they would vigorously refute these accusations. So while we're on McDonald's, next on the list at number 6 is when McDonald's supposedly offered extra value meals that didn't contain any extra value. Consider placing a McDonald's lunch order. Your order total for a burrito, fries, and a beverage is $5.08 total. But hold on, there is an extra value meal for that, so you'll save money that way, right? You're about to get a little surprise though. Kelly Keelan, a customer of McDonald's, sued the fast food chain for charging too much for their extra value meals. She paid $5.08 for a sausage burrito dinner, although the individual components would have cost $4.97. That is not added value, but rather the contrary, as everyone realizes. The court, however, ruled that McDonald's was acting legally. The fast food company was breaking no rules, even though the added value meals were more costly, and that sounds incredibly deceptive. The cost of things were all plainly posted, which was the primary factor. Therefore, don't expect McDonald's to do your math when you place an order there. Here at number 5, Sweet Dixie Kitchen gets its Southern Fried Chicken from Popeyes. A patron who saw Sweet Dixie Kitchen, a Southern-style comfort food establishment in Long Beach, California, bringing in cartons of Popeye's chicken in 2017, complained about it on Yelp. No, it wasn't lunch for the kitchen workers. Nonetheless, that would still be strange because it's kind of a warning sign that the crew won't eat its own meals. It turns out that the Popeye's chicken was placed on top of the restaurant's waffles, which is the culinary equivalent of regifting. It is unknown if the waffles originated from Aunt Jemima. The negative Yelp reviews originally infuriated the restaurant's owners and staff. One cook even claimed that the controversy was destroying his relationship with his girlfriend because, well, lying to your significant other about food preparation is a pretty significant relationship no-no. But a year later, Kim Sanchez, the owner of the restaurant, made the decision to stop defending and start attacking Yelp complaints. She served out a number of freshly developed specials while announcing with pride that it was a Popeye Friday, displaying Sweet Dixie Kitchen's capacity to mark up fast food and serve it on a fine china plate. Diving into number 4, Bear Burger's burgers being less organic than they'd like you to believe. The fast casual micro chain Bear Burger describes its cuisine philosophy as simple, cheerful, and organic. It has outlets around the United States, as well as a handful in the UAE, Japan, and Germany. Yes, it's more like innocent, happy, and dishonest. Gil Rosenberg, a Bear Burger customer who frequently visited the business for its organic selections, noted that the boxes of beef patties being unloaded from the meat supply truck in 2017 did not have the USDA's certified organic label. Instead of just throwing away its burger and requesting a refund, Mr. Rosenberg started a one-man investigation that led to the restaurant's CEO finally admitting that the burgers are only cooked with 75 to 80% organic beef, despite what the menu indicates. The restaurants really employ a 100% organic combination of brisket, chuck, and short rib, according to the website's FAQ. Mr. Rosenberg wasn't done criticizing Bear Burger just yet. He created brochures criticizing the false depiction of their menu and handed them out in front of numerous of its locations. Along with contacting some of the restaurant suppliers and speaking with the press, he recently filed a class action lawsuit against the business for falsely advertising its goods. Gil Rosenberg is a food fraud avenger who won't take any non-organic bull. No news on the verdict yet. Now at number 3, let's jump into Dunkin' Donuts faced a lawsuit over its Angus steak sandwich. Sort of rather misnamed, I suppose. The Angus part was mostly accurate. Since the Black Angus is the most popular breed of beef cow in the United States, Angus steak isn't actually any different from other types of steak. But the name's steak component, well, since any steak brought to you by someone in a paper hat is typically simply a fancy moniker for a plain old burger, this word is almost synonymous with disappointment when employed by any sort of fast food establishment. However, Dunkin' Donuts, this was before the company changed its name to just Dunkin', could have known to play down the steak theme in its TV advertising. Even if the steak in the advertisement looks more like a Salisbury than a T-bone, upset customers nevertheless filed a lawsuit in 2017 seeking compensation for the anguish they endured when their steak and eggs turned out to be a burger with an egg on top. The lawsuit was rejected, and Dunkin' Donuts is still selling an Angus steak and egg sandwich that obviously has nothing in common with the real steak. But the true issue that remains is, why hasn't Steak and Shake been sued yet? They openly engage in deceptive advertising. Now moving on to number 2 on the list, Buffalo Wild Wings fails to disclose its fries aren't really vegetarian. New Yorker Alexa Borodkov chose to eat fries and fried mozzarella sticks because she felt the vegetarian menu selection at Buffalo Wild Wings were relatively restricted. She later found out that beef tallow is used to prepare both of these dishes, as well as every other fried item on the menu. Oopsie. She chose to take a different course of action instead of sipping a purified kale smoothie, hiring a lawyer, and suing for damages. In response, the restaurant company insisted that they had never truly said that its fries or cheese sticks were vegetarian. On their current menu, the first item is listed as natural cut fry with coarse sea salt and pepper, while the second item has mozzarella, seasoned panko breading, and marinara. Although the beef tallow is disclosed on the allergen guide, which also states that they cannot eliminate the risk of cross-contaminant or guarantee that any item is free of any allergen, and no items are certified as gluten-free, vegetarian, or vegan. These claims could be seen as a lie of omission. According to the judge, the plaintiff's damages, if any could be said to have occurred, would be limited to the amount she had paid for the menu items, which was insufficient to support a claim under state law. Ms. Borodkov threatened to continue pursuing her claim, but it doesn't appear that she has done so. We appreciate you sticking with us through the final instance of fast food chains defrauding their customers. Last on the list at number 1 is Long John Silver's false advertising. The meal that Long John Silver's caught in 2013 was studied by the Center for Science in the Public Interest. They discovered some alarming things. Customers are gravely mistaken to believe that fish meals are a healthier alternative to burgers and sandwiches. The catch meal fish had a whopping 3,700 milligrams of sodium and 33 grams of fat. That's not all. Even worse, they discovered that customers weren't receiving value for their money. The CSPI said that their samples had about 4.5 ounces of fish and 3 ounces of deep-fried batter, compared to the advertisement's claim that the meal contains between 7 and 8 ounces of quality haddock. We all enjoy deep-fried batter, but the arithmetic doesn't work out. That implies the dish only contains roughly 60% fish and 40% oil, which is absurdly high in calories, and obviously not what they claim. The meal in question was subsequently designated as the worst restaurant meal in America by the CSPI. Unsurprisingly, Long John Silver's announced 2 months after the CSPI published their findings that they intended to stop selling the meal and alter their frying procedure. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. See you in the next video.